The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Munker, his guests, and callers on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2020. All rights are reserved.
Live from the ILTV studios located here at University Drive. Welcome to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Munker. My spiritual advisor, praise the Lord, is Bradley Roll. Bradley, welcome to Freedom March.
Thank you so much. Good to be here, Sandra.
And of course, today is Wednesday, the 28th day of February 2024. So there's one more day in the month of February. This is like a leap year. So those who born on the 29th of February, well, they'll celebrate a birthday tomorrow, and then after tomorrow, they will serve no more birthdays for 4 years. In the Supreme Court is a wonderful case taking place. It's a case involving a crime interrupter, Adrian Gibson, who is the Free National Movement Member of Parliament for Long Island. His case is going on. You would recall that yesterday I told you how he was late. Well, his explanation to the judge was held in camera. And for many of us, when we heard that it was in camera, I had to ask them, what you mean by in camera? Well, I'm told that in camera meant it was just him, the judge, the prosecutor, defense counsel, minus the media and the jury. Well, I'm going to demand that the juror be present. When I come back, we'll tell you breaking news taking place in Adrian Gibson case. It's a wonderful case. It is a case of all case. There's no case as big and powerful. This is Freedom March. God save Adrian Gibson. God save the King. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. I'll be right back in a moment. Hold on. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Munker, and breaking news is coming from the Supreme Court of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, where Long Island Member of Parliament and crime interrupter Adrian Gibson and a number of Negro citizens are on trial for a variety of criminal offenses, including fraud, money laundering, etc., etc., etc. Well, today, testifying in the court has been Miss Tanya DeMerit. Tanya DeMerit is alleged to be the secretary of Elite Management Limited and a director, and it is alleged that a contract which was produced, signed on behalf of the Water and Sewerage Corporation by the former executive general manager, Elwood Donaldson, and Tanya DeMerit, well, she has told the court she did not sign that document. She has told the court that the signature on the contract between the executive general manager of the Water and Sewerage Corporation, Elwood Donaldson, it is not her signature, and she categorically denied that she ever signed a contract on behalf of Elite Maintenance Limited. She went one step further and said company documents which bear her signature as secretary and perhaps director, she also categorically denied that it is not her signature and that someone signed her name. So that is what is going on in our courts, and you will note that Tanya DeMerit was once one of the numbers of Negro defendants But she has cut a deal with the director of public prosecution, and therefore she now is testifying on behalf of the Crown. So it's a wonderful case taking place in our courts. Citizens who are interested in law, criminal law, and the law governing fraud and companies should go to the Supreme Court, and they should take books and pen, sit down, take notes, and become educated. Because some of Nassau's leading attorneys and crime interrupters are involved in this case. So we'll be talking about the case as the Spirit moves us, and so that you will see what is taking place. There is a provision of the law that we shall address, because this case is the case of the year. It's a big case. It's a very interesting case. It's a case where those who were part of the overall strategy to defraud Water and Sewerage Corporation, they're now cutting wonderful deals. So we look at it. My spiritual advisor, of course, is Bradley Rule. Bradley is here. I welcome you to Freedom March.
Thank you so much. Good to be here, Senator. Good
and
to be
of course, I want to say to you, the whole, the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, and today I call upon you.
Absolutely.
You as my spiritual advisor, I call upon you to gossip the gospel.
Absolutely.
Will you gossip the gospel to my people?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to gossip the gospel.
This is powerful.
But today we're going to look at a very interesting parable that Jesus gave concerning the rich fool. And I'm going to send a very subtle message when I use this parable to some land grabbers that have showed up in the picturesque settlement of Ruleville. I'm going to send a very subtle lesson to you today. They call them the land grabbers. But here's what Jesus says about the rich fool. Mr. Producer, I think we're going to look at Luke. Yes, we're going to look at the book of Luke, chapter 12, 13 to 21. Here's what Jesus said. Someone in the crowd said to him, "Teacher, tell my brother to divide the inheritance with me." And Jesus replied, "Man, who appointed me a judge or an arbiter between you?" And then he said to them, "Watch out. Be on your guard against all kinds of greed. Life does not consist in abundance of possessions." And then he told them this parable. The ground of a certain rich man yielded an abundant harvest, and he thought to himself, "What should I do? I have no place to store my crops." And then to himself, I have no place to store my crops. And then he said, "This is what I'll do. I will tear down my barns and build bigger ones, and there I will store my surplus grain. And I'll say to myself, you have plenty of grain later for many years. Take life easy, eat, drink, and be merry." But God said to him, "You fool, this very night your life will be demanded from you. And then who will get what you've prepared for yourself?" This is how it will be with whoever stores up things for themselves, but is not rich towards God. I read from the Gospel according to Luke, chapter 12. I read verses 13 to 21, and of course I read from the NIV. Go and look at this passage during your quiet time. Take a look at it. It's a very powerful lesson in this. Study it and see if you can get the lesson that Jesus Christ is trying to give here by using this parable. The rich fool. Luke, the 12th chapter, verses 13 to 21. The word of God is always highly blessed and favored. Amen. Thank you so much, Mr. Producer. Back to you, Sandra.
I thank you, my spiritual advisor.
Absolutely.
And of course, I welcome each and every one of you who is joining me now. Well, there's breaking news that has taken place overnight. Last night, a newly organized immigration department led by a new permanent secretary and a former commissioner of police, Mr. Elliston Greenslade, cracked one of the biggest human smuggling event at Arawak Key. And that is what has happened last night. Notwithstanding the fact that the official opposition, Free National Movement, has criticized the appointment of the former Commissioner of Police, Elliston Greenslade. Sources has informed me that last night 35 citizens of my people, Haiti, were arrested at Arawak Key, where there has been operating one of the biggest human smuggling into the United States. Sources have said that these 35 Haitian nationals who were arrested spent approximately $5,000 per person. There they were to be transported to the nation's second city, where apparently thugs and gangsters have set up a smuggling camp. And once they would have landed in the nation's second city, using powerful disguise and things like that, they would be successfully taken to the United States of America. So, no one is going to tell you that this, the arrest last night saw police officers almost camp out in the area of the smuggling all night and very early this morning. So we have a permanent secretary in immigration who is by nature a trained law enforcement officer. And we, the Haitian people, we had thought that we would have been able to safely leave the island and get in Grand Bahama, where in the nation's second city is one of the biggest smuggling gang taking place. Well, I'll have you all to know, you better stop it, because Greenslade is in charge. He understands intelligence, and nobody will tell you what I have just told you. So this is what has happened. I want to warn the Haitian people that there are lots of sharks in the harbor, and they have to be very careful as they're being smuggled. And I want them to know that notwithstanding that many of them have been disguised with long hair, and some have had blonde hair. Everybody in the United States knows that black people are not blondes. And the fact that you might be wearing those bikini, you can't fool the Americans. At some point, they are going to intercept you, and they're going to realize that something is wrong with a bunch of Negro people who have blonde hair, and what is the other thing? You have blonde and what, my spiritual advisor? Brunette?
Brunette.
Brunette.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is what is going on. So
Blonde, brunette,
they have quite a lot of Haitian women disguised as what is it? What is the opposite?
Disguised as who?
They have
Blonde?
long blondish hair.
Wow.
I just love to see black people with blonde hair. I find it to be very cosmetic and very striking indeed. So this is what is taking place. 25 arrested. Okay? So one of the biggest operations taking place right over there at Arawaki last night, early this morning. A major people smuggling, and everybody is heading to Grand Bahama. And then from Grand Bahama, you're taken safely into the United States of America. And it's only $5,000. So if you have your $5,000, you'll find your local contact here in Nassau. They will smuggle you into Grand Bahama. And then, of course, after they have smuggled you into Grand Bahama, you are disguised, okay? And you have blonde hair, and you're taken safely to the United States, because apparently the Americans, you can fool them if you have blonde hair, okay? So this is what is going on. And as the Spirit moved me, I perhaps will tell you more about it, because it's a major, major smuggling event taking place. It's human trafficking galore, and Greenslade has struck his leadership, all right? So I think we have to congratulate the Bahamas government for naming a policeman, one of the best commissioner of police in the modern Bahamas, to lead immigration where there's massive human smuggling going on. Massive! You hear me? Massive! And all you have to do if you are female, just get your blonde hair. And apparently they can get you into the United States. Now you don't have to believe me. Why are you laughing, my spirit?
That doesn't make any sense.
Really?
Blonde stands out. Not only that, being blonde is not a good thing, you know?
Really?
Yeah.
Explain.
For some strange reason, they think that blondes are not, you know, bright women.
Really?
Yeah.
Blonde, how could you mean blondes are not bright people? Blondes are, in fact, white people.
I mean, you know,
Goodness of mercy.
From a mental standpoint. So if somebody says, listen, man, I just had a blonde moment.
Wow.
What they're saying is that, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah. So women just have to put on, mind you, I see a lot of women today, you know, wearing these blonde
You see?
wigs.
Yeah.
It makes you stand out, though, Sandra. I don't know if you want to pull that kind of attraction to you.
Well, all I'm
Especially
doing
with
now,
smuggling.
if I see you look like a blonde, I'm going to ask you, are you trying to smuggle into the United States?
All right, I would say the best way to smuggle in, but you know, I'm not condoning that.
Be careful. Don't say the
fellow.
Don't say the best way. Next thing you know,
I'm just saying the fellow who came from Haiti. The fellow who came from Haiti.
Yes.
On the freight boat.
How was he
apparently
dressed?
they had a whole bunch of bananas, green bananas. So
okay.
What he did was he painted himself green.
Really?
And he just hid among the bananas.
And it worked?
But no, it didn't work, because apparently during the trip, apparently all the bananas were turning yellow, and he was the only one green.
I think that's powerful indeed. Very powerful
So,
indeed.
It is what it is, but no.
Yeah.
Anyhow, yeah, there's a massive human smuggling ring going on here in the Bahamas. Make no mistake about that. The United States is where they want to go.
Huh?
The United States is where they want to be, Santa.
Really?
It's interesting. Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I want to appeal on behalf of the Haitians who have successfully smuggled in to Grand Bahama. It cannot be fair to charge the people $5,000 and keep them for weeks in Grand Bahama. If you know that your smuggling is a fraud, if you know that your smuggling is not working, certainly you should discontinue the operation. I call on those who are smuggling, my people, the Haitian people from Grand Bahama, to release them. so that they can return safely to Nassau, because it is not fair to have particularly the Haitian women in such substandard conditions. This is Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. One of the biggest smuggling rings has been crushed at our Key thanks to new leadership in immigration. God save the King. I'll be right back. Hold on, everybody. It's breaking news taking place today. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. Bradley Rule is my spiritual advisor. Well, let me pay a little bill first before we continue with all the breaking news and how it has affected those who have been sworn in to be crime interrupters. So this is powerful. But let's look at Western Air. Western Air introduces jet flights into North Eleuthera starting February 23rd, 2024. Flights from Nassau to North Eleuthera are available on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings, as well as Sunday evenings. Visit www.westernairbahamas.com to book today. And Western Air is powerful. My spiritual advisor.
Yes, there's going to be a call to prayer. This is join us for a special time of prayer in the Seabreeze community. That's going to be this coming Thursday, which is tomorrow, February 29, 2024 at 6:30 p.m. And of course, the venue is the Charles Carter Park. Refreshments will be served. And of course, the Charles Carter Park is located just off Charles Sanders Highway and Seabreeze Lane. So tomorrow, February 29th, forgive me, join us for a special time of prayer in the Seabreeze community at the Charles Carter Park. Refreshments will be served, prayers for crime, domestic violence, families, education, and youth. So don't forget tomorrow, which is February 29th, the call to prayer. Thanks so much, Mr. Medusa.
I thank you, my spiritual advisor. Well, as we talk about how one of the biggest people smuggling operation was crushed last night, early this morning, we go to Abaco, where the government has begun demolitions. And we are learning that at least 100 homes in the shanty town has been or the process to break them down has begun. And of course, this has created frustration for many people of Haitian ancestry, many of whom are also citizens of the Bahamas. So we look at what the media is reporting, and this is very powerful indeed. So after years of government pledges to dismantle unregulated communities in Abaco, the Ministry of Works began demolition, and so they began demolishing more than 100 structures in the Gaza shanty town on the island yesterday. Building Control Officer Craig Delancey said the demolition exercise started around 10 a.m. in the Gaza shanty town, located near SC Bootle Highway. Bulldozers clamped down on buildings while residents watched their homes get torn to the streets. So that is what is taking place. You would recall during the storm, what is the name of the storm? My spiritual advisor.
Dorian?
But what is the name of the storm?
Dorian, right?
Dorian.
Yeah.
You would recall that Hurricane Dorian wrecked Abaco, and that there were many villages that were washed to sea. So as the government moves to demolish the shanty towns, my mind has taken me back to when the former prime ministers, Hubert Alexander Ingram and Perry Christie, went on a tour of Abaco. And when Ingram arrived at an area where there is a Haitian village, and he was unable to find a number of Haitian compatriots, how he was moved by great emotions and comforted by the former Prime Minister Perry Christie. Well, the law is taking its course, and it is my hope and prayer that other citizens who love the Haitian people would make available to them private land. I'm not talking about crown land. I'm talking about Bahamians who loves the Haitian people can make available to them land so that they can go through a proper process to have homes properly constructed in accordance with the law. My spiritual advisor, this must be a wonderful day for you.
No.
That the Haitian homes are being destroyed. And the rule of law
no one rejoices.
is being established.
Well, Senator, no one rejoices when people lose their possession. It's just so unfortunate that those folks did not follow the rules. And when you don't follow the rules, you pay.
So you are sympathetic to citizens who do not follow the rules?
Senator, we are a country of laws, all right? It is what it is. You break the law, then you must pay. All right? For too long, those shanty towns has just been an issue for this country. And it's about time somebody grabbed the bull by the horn and, deal with it. So we're going to nominate the Member of Parliament for Adrian White. Sorry, who's in charge of Ministry of Works?
Why would you put the Ministry of Works in the hands of the FNL?
No, sorry.
Do you believe that everybody who's brown-skinned
what's his
and
name?
or white
we're gonna nominate,
is an FNL?
Yeah,
that's not true.
We're gonna nominate.
The PLP was founded.
Let it pass up, man. For
the
Christ's
PLP
sakes.
was founded by County Joe Bahamians.
Yeah. So,
Goodness of mercy.
Clay Sweden, we're going to nominate him as Minister of the Year. All right? Because he's grabbing the bull by the horn. So, Clay Sweden, you got my vote. Minister of the Year. This man is doing his work. All right? And it's a stern warning to all those who think that they're going to get away with building these shanty towns, these unregulated homes in these unregulated communities. Watch out. They're coming to get you. It is unfortunate. And what's going to happen now is these folks are going to have to now filter themselves into society like me and you have to. Make sure we pay for our light, our water, pay our taxes like every other citizen does. And it is what it is. All right, Sandra? Don't think that I'm glorying in this moment. I'm not. Because these people are losing their possessions.
Are they really losing their possession?
They're taking down the homes. I guess they're able to take out whatever they can of the homes, but those structures cost them money. They're built nice. They cost them money.
These are nice homes?
Yeah, they put them together pretty good.
Okay.
But they're losing money.
Well, we have to look at where the government is demolishing these homes, because many of the Haitians who are occupying land, they have been placed there by the County Joe people. And I call on the County Joe people, those who have used Haitian labor in agriculture, to speak up for them. And I call on the former Progressive Liberal Party Member of Parliament, Edison Key. I call on Edison Key to speak up for the Haitian people, for they have been faithful. They've toiled the land for him. They grow his sugar cane. his oranges and his grapefruit. So certainly in the plight of the Haitian people, it is my hope that Edison Key, the owner of thousands of acres, lots of which he got from Pinling and the PLP, that he would now reward my people, the Haitian people, and this would be powerful. Anything else you want to say?
No. Let's see how this continues.
Okay.
He is doing his job. I understand that everyone in Abaco says that they're voting for Clay Sweeten to be Minister of the Year, because he's actually, taken to task those folks who decided they're going to break the law and come after them. It is what it is. This has been a long time coming. It's unfortunate that it's happening this way, but it is what it is. The laws have been broken, and you must pay. All right, Senator?
I thank you, my spiritual advisor.
Absolutely.
I want to return to the Supreme Court of the Bahamas, where crime interrupter Adrian Gibson is on trial.
How did he become a crime interrupter?
What do you mean by that? Don't you know that every member of the parliament has taken an oath to uphold the Constitution and the laws of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas?
Okay.
And by virtue of that,
He has become an interrupter.
he's a crime interrupter.
Because he must uphold the law.
Notwithstanding that he has been charged with perhaps almost 100 crimes. That has nothing to do with the fact that he's a crime interrupter. All right? And he should be given credit where credit is due. He's a crime interrupter.
Okay.
So we have many crime interrupters who, have these challenges. Well, in the trial of crime interrupter Adrian Gibson, we now have a video of Miss Tanya Demerit, who has emerged as one of the greatest witnesses in this trial. So this is Tanya. Tanya has been accused of entering an agreement on behalf of elite maintenance with the executive manager, Elwood Donaldson, who signed on behalf of the Water and Sewerage Corporation. Tanya Demerit was originally charged along with the other Negro citizens, but she has entered into a plea agreement with the Director of Public Prosecution, and she has become a state witness for the Crown. And of course, Tanya is denying that the signatures are hers. So when it comes to the contract, a wonderful, juicy contract, she has alleged that she at no time signed the contract with Elwood Donaldson. So that's very important. And then in her capacity as a secretary, perhaps secretary director of elite maintenance, she has categorically denied that the company documents, which are required to be filed with the Registrar General annually, she has denied that it is her signature. So this is a very interesting part of the law when a company perhaps is also accused of fraud. Now, a company is a corporate entity, and therefore the company itself cannot commit fraud. And whenever fraud is alleged, the law requires that you lift up the gown tail of the company. You lift the veil. You lift her dress up, and you look under to see what is under there. For the person must sign for the company And if fraud is committed, it's not the corporate body that is punished, it is the individual who purports to be an officer of the company and sign bogusly. So this is what is taking place in our courts, and we are deeming this fraud case, this money laundering case, as perhaps one of the biggest case in the history of Bahamian politics. Well, you will recall that yesterday I also drew to your attention that crime interrupter, Long Island F&M Member of Parliament, Adrian Gibson, was late. And we are learning that no one should be surprised that he is late. Apparently, he's always, most of the time, it is alleged that he's late. So it's like he's never really, to court on time on many occasions, but there are many occasions when he is there on time, and it would appear that everybody who was also involved in crime interruption, they began to panic as to when will Adrian show up. So when he would have arrived at court, we can say late, the court was clear of the juror, because you can't have the juror there, for they may be prejudiced. So the juror was excluded, and reporters, they were also excluded. So the hearing only involved Her Ladyship, Justice Cheryl Grant Thompson, the acting director of public prosecution, Mrs. Frazier, and of course the many cases that Adrian has defending him, and he's very blessed because he has two KC, two King Counsel. You know what it is to have two King Counsel when you have been accused of frauding approximately $1 million, more or less. So he has two KC, and the leading KC is the former Progressive Liberal Party Member of Parliament and Minister for Justice, and you know who that is, Damien Gomez, followed by Jamaican expert Muriel Ducille. So this is what is taking place in our court, and this case has lots of history, lots of laws pertaining to fraud, laws pertaining to money laundering, laws pertaining to company. So it's a wonderful case, and I recommend any citizen who's interested in reading law, in studying law, in knowing about the law, this is the case that you should attend and be educated. My spiritual advisor, crime interrupters are on trial.
Yeah, well, we follow the case. I have no comments on that.
You have no comments? This is powerful.
It's a wild case, to say the least.
I didn't hear you.
It's a very interesting case, but I don't want to comment on it, man.
You don't want to comment on it?
Nah.
That is very noble on your part.
Yeah.
Well, let's look at a little bit of crime, because you would recall that a couple of days ago, a 15-year-old Negro lad, who is now being alleged, was taking debris, rubbish, garbage to be dumped along with his older brother. You would recall that a Japanese car drove through for a street, opened fire on the 15-year-old, killing him to the spot, and his older brother was successful in evading the gunshots and escaping. Well, we are being told that a Negro citizen has been arrested And the police has been successful in prosecuting him, and we think that is very powerful. So I think that we need to know that notwithstanding the many crimes that are being committed in the country, our police officers are doing a wonderful job. And according to an international source, the Royal Bahamas Police Force, the Central Detective Unit, has outdone the Federal Bureau of Investigation in terms of being successful in identifying criminal suspects and bringing them safely before the magistrate court. So I'm going to read a case so you could see how hard the police are working and how we have to agitate to make sure that police officers who have served and who the Minister of National Security has been successful in arguing in the courts that they are entitled to certain monies, that the minister, now that he is in charge, he should start paying out the money. Because I thought it was great that Wayne Monroe, if I have it correctly, went to court, defended the police, got the court to agree that those who are now in retirement are entitled to some big money. Mr. Monroe must show his commitment to the Royal Bahamas Police Force by ensuring that all those retired officers do receive their back pays. So let's look at this case. A man charged in relation to two separate murders. I want us to take note of this. Let me read it again. A Negro man charged in relation to two separate murders. A man was jailed yesterday after he was accused of two separate killings in Coconut Grove this year, including the death of 15-year-old Chester Forbes Jr., acting chief magistrate and crime interrupter Roberta Reckley charged Pedro Knowles, 24, with 2 counts of murder and 2 counts of attempted murder. Alfonso Lewis represented the accused. Inspector Dion Barr served as prosecutor. Knowles and accomplices allegedly got out of a white Nissan Japanese vehicle and opened fire on Terrence Francis, Jamise Dean, and Keno Eugene as they stood outside a residence on First Street on January 26. So the first shooting allegation is it occurred on January 26. While the 37-year-old Francis died in hospital of his injuries, 50-year-old Miss Dean and 31-year-old Eugene was successfully treated for injuries to their lower extremities. On February 19, Knowles allegedly shot and killed Chester Forbes Jr. as he was taking out the garbage with his brother on First Street before fleeing in a gray-colored Japanese vehicle. Forbes' brother was unharmed in the incident that claimed Forbes' life. Knowles was told that his matter would be transferred to the Supreme Court by a voluntary bill of indictment. His voluntary bill of indictment, or should I say, his voluntary bills of indictments are set for service on April 25th. So what is to be noted is the Negro accused. He went, it is alleged, on the 26th of January, and he was successful in killing 1 out of 4 Negro citizens. Then, on the 19th of February, let me make sure, then on the 19th of February, he would have returned to that area. Yes. So the 26th of January, shot at 4, killed 1, injured 3. 26th of January. The 19th of February, it is alleged that he returned to the same corner, the same block, the same community, and opened fire on 15-year-old Knowles. Okay? And there, Knowles was killed. So, it's double murder. And perhaps if we were not Bahamians, his killing would have been described as serial killing. But here among us, we have become so insensitive. All right? So this is Freedom March. Rodney Roll is my spiritual advisor. We must pray, but we must move the impediment that prevents the state from hanging convicted murderers. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the peace. God save King Charles III and the entire royal family. Hold on, everybody. I'll be right back after the break. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker, and for a moment I was distracted. It appears that many citizens are now sending me videos of a former crime interrupter and a former judge of our Supreme Court, where there is a bench warrant out for him. That would be Mr. Elliot Lockhart. So they have me distracted. So I need to refocus because the video was like a blow in my abdomen. So I had to catch my breath. But praise the Lord, it's time for what? Birthdays?
Yeah, we got a couple birthdays.
Okay, my spiritual advisor.
We want to do the day.
May I go first?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I thank you, my spiritual advisor.
Please do.
Yesterday, I told you that my Secretary General, Brian Lyndon Smith, he is a descendant of Cat Island. And of course, I told you yesterday was his birthday. And I got it confused because his grandfather died on the 27th of February, 1974. So I just got it mixed up. But Brian's birthday is actually today, the 28th of February, 2024. So Brian is 58 years old. He's a wonderful citizen. And of course, I want to extend happy birthday to him. And I want him to know that the people who are seeking to inherit portions of our Waki, they want to extend a happy birthday to him. And I think it's powerful, my spiritual advisor.
Yeah, we got a couple birthdays we want to do today. I don't know, who do we have first, Mr. Medusa? All right, good. We want to wish a happy birthday to Pernell Henfield. It's coming from her husband, Sydney, and her daughter, Angel, and the entire Bristol family. So happy birthday to Pernell Henfield. Then we also want to send, let me make sure I get this correctly now. We want to send a happy birthday shout out. Do I have her? Sandra, do you have this young lady?
I don't recall.
Yeah, so anyhow, happy birthday to you, ma'am.
You don't have a name?
No.
Okay.
God continue to bless you. Enjoy your birthday. Maybe somebody before the show ends will send your name to us so that we could congratulate you by using your name on your birthday. But all the best to you. Happy birthday. And we hope you live to enjoy many, many more. Let's see. I know some folks had sent. Yes, we want to wish this beautiful young lady a happy birthday as well. Happy birthday shout out. Going out to, let me make sure I have this correct. Somebody had sent this to me, but the information did not transfer. Okay, yes, happy birthday to Juanico Sands, coming from her husband, Harley Basil Sands. He loves you. He hopes you enjoyed your birthday and hope you live to enjoy many, many more. And then, of course, this couple, we want to send a 6th wedding anniversary out to Juanico. Oh, there. Pardon me? Yeah, sorry about that. I think Juanico Sands in Waterford, Eleuthera, is celebrating their wedding anniversary. It's coming from your husband, Harley Basil Sands, her daughter, her mother, sisters and brothers, nieces, nephews, and of course, some all the family wishing you all a very special 6th. Like I said, a very special 6th wedding anniversary. So happy wedding anniversary to Juanico Sands in Waterford, Eleuthera. Now we understand that the lady, put the brown skin lady back up. I think we've gotten her name. Her name is Justice Donna Newton. All right, Justice, we're so sorry. Forgive us, please, that we didn't get your name. That is Justice Donna Newton. Yeah, she's celebrating. I'm sorry. She's celebrating the birthday. Happy birthday to you. God bless you. You look so lovely and wonderful. Continue to enjoy your birthday, and we hope you live to enjoy many, many, many more.
This is powerful.
Yes. Oh, sorry. And that's coming. Sorry, Justice Newton. That birthday shout out is coming from your children. That's Dennis, or is it Denise? Dana, Denard, your bestie Tabitha, siblings, and church family at Temple Baptist Church. Forgive us, please forgive me.
Madam
Happy birthday.
Justice.
Madam Justice Donna Newton.
Yes, this
All
is
right?
powerful.
Very happy birthday to you. Indeed. I hope I don't have to come before you go.
Well, just ask for mercy. Throw yourself.
At the court's mercy.
That's all.
Your worship. Anyhow, I can't do that. But anyhow, it is what it is. Absolutely. What are we doing next, Sandra?
Are you finished?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to shout out some wonderful citizens who were in the company of a police officer, Bain, and these would be members of the Freetown Urban Renewal Center. So in Freetown, they're going to have a new Urban Renewal Center. And do we have a photograph? And I like the fact that Officer Bain and the women who work jointly with him, that they are doing a wonderful, wonderful job. And I was pleased that in their company they had a young student with them. So I think it's going to be powerful. Okay? So
let me do this before I forget. Let me do this. Let me do a special congratulations. Is it? Come on. Yeah. Are you done, Senator?
yeah, so
Let me do this special.
I was happy to meet these members of Urban Renewal.
Oh.
And they are
Sorry.
Urban Renewal Freetown. They're going to have a big office. What is the name of that corner where we used to be on a radio show?
Is that Jerome Avenue?
Jerome Avenue. So they're going to be at Jerome Avenue North. And perhaps we will show you a photograph of that new office, because I need everybody in the Freetown constituency to know where this Urban Renewal Center is located, so that the entire community can participate in urban renewal. And then I expect Freetown to carry out the same policy that we are seeing now in Centerville, where the police is moving and encouraging citizens to dump abandoned vehicles which are parked along the streets and in people's yard and in the bushes. So this is great. They're doing a wonderful job. It's powerful.
Absolutely.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Senator, I need you to give me a couple minutes.
Go ahead, my spiritual advisor.
We want to do a very special congratulations to cousin Kendra Rowe, who got promoted from sergeant, who got promoted to sergeant from the prison. All right. Congratulations to you, coming from your neighbors and friends, family, and all those who love you. All right. So congratulations to you. Okay. Senator, I want you to follow me on this. You remember yesterday? I break a story about something that's unfolding in the Rollville community.
But before you break the story, may I caution you just for a second?
Okay, go ahead.
Just relax. Last night I've been into pharmacy. I was surrounded by 2, possibly 3 senior Negro ladies. One revealed that she was Roll. The other revealed that she was McKinsey. And they said to me, will you tell the spiritual advisor that both of us, McKinsey and Roll, we are his biological relatives?
Really?
And McKinsey shocked me when she told me how close she was
To me?
to your mother.
To my mom. My mother's from Black Point.
And she said to me, I am sure of the spiritual advisor, for his mother
Wow.
is my first cousin.
Wow.
Therefore, as you address the McKinsey,
Yeah.
I want you to be one that Mama said to me many years ago. You see that McKinsey down the road?
They're your family.
They're my family. Go
All
ahead
right.
now.
So yesterday, don't forget, we're going to be the first to break a major development coming out of the Rollville community, where apparently there's this major land dispute going on.
Over what kind of land?
Okay, so here's what we
Answer the
know.
question first. Over
Commonage.
That's key. So there's a dispute over.
Commonage land.
Go ahead, my spiritual advisor.
All right, here's what we can tell you. Here's what we know. Ms. Medusa, if you can put that aerial view map of us, please. There is a dispute unfolding in the Rollville community over some commonage land, and this land is primarily at the point, which is the western end of Rollville, that is surrounded by some very beautiful beaches. Now, we must give congratulations to the Member of Parliament for the exhumerance, that's Chester Cooper, who has done a wonderful, a marvelous job in making sure that all the infrastructure and the roads are paved properly in this rural community. So here's this map. If you look at the left top of this map, you're going to see a yellow filled-in spot. That is this point in Exuma, and on that, if we zero in closer, you're going to see the name Dennis Roll. We have the track Dennis Roll. We understand that Dennis Roll is, of course, Lord Roll's son. It's communist land that's been passed on from generations. Now there has arisen this dispute that this land actually belongs to the McKinseys. So there is a complaint or file in the court, and I believe the case is going to be somewhere in the month of June, where they're calling all those who occupy pieces of this land, which is inclusive of my dad and my mom. Their vacation home is located on this tract of land. Ms. Medusa, yes, in the back of my parents' house, at the family residence, there's this beautiful beach. And I can understand now where this is coming from, because all of a sudden now some land grabbers have showed up. Ms. Medusa, show that aerial view of my parents' vacation home in the Rollville community. I want to mark out that yellow marking. That yellow marking, if you can, not that, the other one, the other one that shows the house, the aerial view of the house. I want to show you something. All right, there you go. Now you see that. All right, now these are roads. The roads are wonderfully paved. We must congratulate Chester Cooper, the Member of Parliament for the Exumas, who has done a wonderful job in paving the roads. There's that beautiful beach on the point. And of course, I think there's some dilapidated dock. I want you, there you go. All right, so there you go. Now here's this yellow marking in here. This is my parents' vacation home. It's 180 feet on the road and about 330 feet from the road back to the beach. And in the back of this house, I spent a couple of days there doing some work. It is absolutely gorgeous, beautiful. It's virgin. The beach is just phenomenal. To the left, there's Everett Hart's wonderful, beautiful property. And on the right is a cousin of mine, Kevin Roll. Now some land grabbers are shown up, and they're saying that they want everyone who's occupying these land to vacate because they're saying that these properties actually belong to them. I believe that the people who are doing this are some McKinseys. Well, listen, I am going to fight for my parents until I can't fight no more because my parents have given me the charge to do this. And I think, like the old people say, for those who want to come and grab this land, the devil is a liar. Anyhow, we got some more information coming very shortly about this developing story. We're following this very closely. We understand that there is a court case that may be set in June, and we'll be ready. Well, some folks have been saying that this has been going on for a while. I don't know about that. The numerous discussions that I've had with my parents from this property was being built, we've never heard anyone trying to do this before. This is the first time I'm hearing this. This is the first time we're faced with this challenge of defending this vacation home. Some land grabbers, I think they call them land grabbers, they've shown up now in the Rollville community to try and see if they could get a piece that's beautiful. This point in Rollville is extremely beautiful. The beaches are, it's breathtaking. As you can see, I can hardly describe it. But in the middle there is our vacation home. Wonderful home. You know what? I hope I don't get in trouble for this. But flash me the front room picture. Do you see that? In there, Mr. Medusa. Let me show you why I'm fighting this. And these folks who are involved in this, listen, I'm going to fight this until I can't fight no more. Because my parents so far has invested over $400,000 on this vacation home. Flash me that front room set, that front room area there. I want to show you how beautiful this is. And ain't no way these land grabbers are going to come to get my parents' vacation home. There you go. It's beautiful. This is just a flash of the inside of the house. I hope my oldest sister don't get mad at me for this, but I just want to show you how beautiful this house is. It's sitting on a beach that is phenomenal. Over $400,000 has been invested in this vacation home. And so the land grabbers are showing up and said that it belongs to them. And they need to retake it. Anyhow, we have some more information that's going to be available in this case. And to the person who went into this house and took the TV, I know who you are. I'm going to pass some information on to the police very shortly to have you arrested. You took the TV and you took the washing machine. I don't appreciate that. We're going to come after you, okay? Mr. Medusa, I thank you so much. There's some more coming on this developing story out of Rollville, Exuma, where some land grabbers are showing up. And I can understand why. Well, listen, I know why they probably, why they have shown up to try to repossess or try to possess this beautiful point Because it's developed and there's millions of dollars involved in the future. This could be possibly turned into a life at key. Because there's nothing in Life Key that looks like this, I can tell you that. No beach in Life Key can compare to the beaches that's in the back of my parents' vacation home. Well, anyhow, listen, you all got me to deal with, all right? I'm going to fight this until I can't fight it no more. Thank you so much, Ms. Medusa. We'll have more on this developing story coming off Rollville, Exuma. I appreciate you, Mr. Medusa. Senator, what do you have to say now?
You mean on this matter?
Yeah.
Well, my
Because if you, do me a favor, put up the map, put up that map again. What do you call that, Senator? It's a plot plan, is it?
It's a survey.
Yeah, put it up again. I want to ask the Senator something about this. No, not that. The map that shows Dennis Roll, and then, of course, it has a yes. Now, Senator, notice, I'm going to walk up to the screen here a second. Notice that the McKinseys are showing up here, right? But at this top right-hand corner, we have here Dennis Roll. There's about 700 acres, C55, Lord Roll, right? And then on the inside here at the center, this is Rollville. Now, there's something that says here, relocated November 1940 by J.B. Cox, whatever that's supposed to mean. I'm going to investigate that. But then it has Dennis Roll, 1,000 acres, Lord Roll. They're not concerned about that. This yellow portion with all these beaches to the top right, to the top left, this is what they're coming after, where these vacation homes are. What is this all about, Senator?
Well, I would want to hope that you would examine the case file, see what their application is all about, see what their affidavit is saying. Then when you would have read what their application is all about, you would be in a better position.
Okay.
What if Dennis Roll is merely a Negro descendant of the plantation of Lord John Roll? What if? So you would have to, if I was you, and if you have not done it, I would go to the Supreme Court, have a costless search, and find the application. And or, if you are aware of anyone on Exuma who has been served any documents, ask them to provide you either with a copy or the case number.
Right.
Then go into the court and examine the file and seize the record. And then independent of that, conduct a title search.
Absolutely.
You may find that the property is not a part of the communist land. You may.
You may, okay.
So you need to explore it, because in the Bahamas, you can have a title, I could have a title, and 10 others could have a similar title for the same piece of property. And so the question will be, who has the better title? Who has a documentary and or a possessory title, or who has both documentary and possessory? Having heard you, I think you need not be afraid, for your father has had that great estate perhaps for over
20 years. As a matter of fact,
if he has,
2002 is he started to build a house in 2002.
So Orville,
the house was finished in 2004. This is 2024, so 20 years.
Okay, so Orville Turnquest, the Free National Movement former Attorney General, he had an amendment to the Quieting of Title Act, which now you don't have to be concerned about being in good and active possession of land for 21 years. It needs only be for 12 years.
Right. And so Everett Hart has built this house since 1974.
Okay.
This is now 2024.
Well, I have to look up for the big word. As I listen to you, there is a big, big legal word that I may have to throw at you once I can recall it. And I think I do. By your father's occupation, by his possession, by the construction of the home, he has established that he has, if I'm saying it correctly, remember, I'm not learned in the law, so I'm showing. He must be able to show that he has an animus possedendi. And for those who think I'm pronouncing the word incorrectly, but by grab I am doing it, but I understand what it says. So your father has an animus possedendi.
Yeah. Mind you, I mean...
He's able to show that his flag is flying over the land, and I call upon you to go into Ruleville and possess the land.
I've already possessed it.
Well, go ahead, hold on to it. Fight for the land. L-A-N-D, land. This is powerful. God save my spiritual advisor and his family. Go get them spiritual advisor in accordance with
fight
the law.
Absolutely.
This is powerful. God save the king. God save the land. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. Bradley Roll is my spiritual advisor. You would recall that I told you that on Monday, I think it was Monday, that I spoke with Health Minister Dr. Michael Davile, and I thank God that his cell phone has been restored. So we're now in a very good position to make contact with him. And he is announcing that as of the, as of the 3rd to the 8th of March, that's next month, well, we are going to have what is called a Foot Fest. And there are going to be a number of medical professionals who's going to come to the island of New Providence to assist in treating people who have diabetic foot, people who have foot problems. And there's going to be quite a number of clinics that will be open to the public. And I want people to be aware of the clinics so that they can go and get proper medical treatment. So it's a foot fest. And so I'm going to invite my spiritual advisor to tell us where some of the clinics are, and everybody needs to know.
All right, so the Foot Fest 2024 is going to be held the 3rd of March to the 8th at the South Beach Health Center. That's one of the locations, which is March the 3rd to the 8th, 2024, 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. The contact number is 392-2123-6. That's 392-2123-6. That's the South Beach Health Center. Then, of course, the Elizabeth Estates Health Center, March the 4th to the 8th, times 2 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. The number there is 364-2927. That's the Elizabeth Estates Health Center, March the 4th to the 8th, 2024, 2 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. The contact number is 364-2927. The Fleming Street Health Center, March the 4th to the 6th and the 8th, from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. The telephone number there is 802-1143. Flamingo Gardens, which is March the 6th, yes, March the 6th to the 8th, times 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. The telephone contact there at the Flamingo Gardens Health Center is 364-6130, 364-6130, or 364-6131. Then, of course, the Family Foot Center, Independence Highway, March the 3rd, 2024, is going to be held 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. That's 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the Family Foot Center, Independence Highway. The telephone contact is 605-3668. That's 605-3668, or 341-3668. Sorry, 341-3668. Then, of course, the Foot and Ankle International Health Center, which is on Danes Lane, Fort Charlotte, March the 3rd, 2024, from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. That's March the 3rd, 2024, the Foot and Ankle International Center, Danes Lane in Fort Charlotte. The numbers there are 322-5042. That's 322-5042 or 328-8085. That's 328-8085. So treating all conditions. Pre-surgery evaluation must be on March the 3rd only at Foot and Ankle International and Family Foot Center. That's this March the 3rd through the 8th. It's going to be Foot Fest. The Ministry of Health and Wellness and the Barry University is presenting this health fair.
Which university?
That's Barry University. All right, so you get free health screenings, diabetes education, foot exams, and surgeries. Wow, interesting.
Yeah,
Very
so
interesting.
this is a part of a very bold and creative initiative of the Progressive Liberal Party. So every citizen who needs the medical assistance should take note, and they should go in and get the treatment.
All right, call to prayer. There's going to be a call to prayer that's going to be held tomorrow, Thursday, February 29th. Thursday, February 29th, 2024, 6:30 p.m. Join us for a special time of prayer in the Seabreeze community. It's going to be held at the Charles Carter Park. Refreshments will reserve prayers for crime, domestic violence, families, education, of course, the youth. And of course, those logos at the top represents, I guess, all of the various denominations that will be represented there at this call to prayer on Thursday, which is tomorrow, February 29, 2024, at 6:30 p.m. Also, we see something very interesting being released by the Ministry of Education and Technical and Vocational Training. They actually have released a national school attendance hotline Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And what they want you to do is report anyone any child that's supposed to be in school and they're not. There's a hotline now where you can call. The number is 422-4453 or 42-CHILD. Call this hotline. They say market, which is make a complaint, or racket, raise a concern. Ministry of Education and Technical and Vocational Training. National School Attendance Hotline, 422-4453 or 42-CHILD. Thank you so much, Mr. Medusa.
Well, we want to do a birthday shout out to a very charming citizen. So just bear with me for a second so I can read you the information. Happy birthday to Marinique Sargent. It's from her mom, Charmaine, her dad, Marvin, her stepdad, Randolph, her brother, Marvin, nieces, and all your family. We love you. Enjoy your day. Happy birthday, Marinique. It's powerful. Happy birthday, everybody. Well, my spiritual advisor, this is the hour.
We open the lines.
Open
we're so
the
sorry
lines.
we're getting over time here. So we're going to open the lines.
Are you going to lead the way?
323-7775 is the number to call. 698-0775, 698-0776. Call us, please. The lines are open. Don't forget to turn your radios down, please, or TVs, whatever it is you're listening to us with. Turn it down so we don't get a feedback when you call in. The numbers to call is 323-7775, 698-0775, 698-0776. Senator, before we get the call, one of the things I find to be very interesting is from time to time the police would release information about 16-year-olds that don't apparently show up to come home or that have stayed away from home for days, especially females. And you're wondering, what causes these 16-year-old females not to want to come home when they should be either in school or returning to their parents' home? I'm so happy that they have this hotline now where you can call or raise a concern, because from time to time I do see where the police issue these bulletins, missing 16-year-old female, last seen so-and-so, so-and-so. What's causing this, Santa? At 16.
Well, before I answer that, I would want a hotline for students who have been suspended from school, students who have been expelled from school. I'd like to be able to call a hotline and report to the Minister of Education that I've seen a number of students, and upon questioning them, why are you not in school? I learned that they have been suspended. I learned that they have been expelled, and they have returned to an unsupervised community. And I think something is fundamentally wrong with that. That is why I'm happy that Urban Renewal is using its influence to identify those students and bringing them into the Urban Renewal Center for education and management of them. I just want to say that. So I'd like to be able to call and say, listen, this particular school has suspended, has expelled a boy, a girl, and I think it's not a good idea. That's me. But what was your question, my spiritual advisor?
Yeah, I'm just saying from time to time we see police bulletins being posted on missing 16-year-old females. What is going on? Why are these 16-year-old females not coming home to their parents' home?
Well, there can
Who's
be
harboring them?
a variety of social reasons. There are a lot of young people who are going through the puberty stages.
What does that mean?
There are young people who perhaps can be rebellious. And
Okay.
then there are times that we come from family where the home is not well structured. Mommy has me embarrassed. Dad has me embarrassed. And there can be all sorts of social problems because by and large there are many of us who are dysfunctional. And we live in a society where you really can't find any social help. Notwithstanding all this talk about the various organizations that exist, there are women sleeping in the road and children, young girls, ain't got no place to live. You wouldn't want to know how I had to use my influence to allow a girl, her sister, and her brother to occupy a place because they had no place to go and no one to turn to.
Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Yes. Good afternoon to you, spiritual advisor.
Good
And
afternoon.
good afternoon to you, Mr. Rodney Munker.
So,
I am calling, requesting some help for my granddaughter who have been stricken with fourth degree cancer.
Wow. Stage 4?
And she has been seeking help from social service and elsewhere, but to no avail.
really?
No avail. And she is really stricken with cancer, real bad.
May I ask, what assistance were you trying to get for her?
Well, Mr. Munker, he has been to social health services on several occasions, and they have refused her. And this over a year ago, and now...
No, you're not helping me out.
So
Is
much.
it food assistance that you were trying to get for her or medical assistance?
No, medical assistance.
And-
Medical assistance, Mr. Munker, because she can't work. She's only 26 years old. She lost her mother and her father. And she was looking to get help to deal with the medication and whatnot. And now the cancer is well advanced.
Wow.
Well advanced.
Who would be her member of parliament? I'm not ignoring what you say, but I just want to know, who's a member of parliament?
But she lives in Nassau Village. That's Mr. I can't remember the name of it.
That would be Mr. Williams.
No, not Mr. Williams.
You said Nassau Village?
Yes.
What is the name of the member of parliament for Nassau Village? Why I thought he was a Williams.
What's his first name?
Not Williams.
Okay. You live in the constituency as well?
No, I live in Chippenham.
Okay.
I'm my grandfather.
Who's your MP?
Yes.
Alfred says,
Yeah.
have you attempted to reach out to him to ask him if he can talk with the minister responsible for social services? Do you know who's the minister responsible for social services?
I forgot the name.
His name is Miles LaRoda.
Yes, that's it.
Call me, and I'm going to give you a secret number for Miles LaRoda.
Jamal Strawn is the MPA.
Who?
Yes,
Jamal
yes.
Strawn.
Jamal Strawn.
Yeah, for
Yes,
for the-
thank you.
Village.
Okay, Jamal Strawn, but I'm going to give you a number for Minister Miles LaRoda. He's the minister responsible for social services. You think you would want to start from the minister?
Well, Mr. Munger, she is in kind of bad state. Her breast is deteriorating.
I'm
and-
asking you to speak to Miles LaRoda on her behalf and tell him all of that and ask him for help.
Okay, sir.
So what I will do, I will... Do you have my cell number?
No, sir.
It is... You have a pen nearby?
I'm blind, sir.
Oh, you're
But I will
blind.
remember
Goodness
it.
of mercy. So you're blind.
Yes, sir.
There's nobody else in the house that...
Not,
Get his
not,
contact.
not at this time.
Okay, do
Who's
you
your
have a
contact?
cell phone?
Yes, I do.
Okay, you mind publicly... You want to tell that to me publicly, or you will quietly tell it to my producer?
No, I can give it to you.
Okay, tell me
cell number
your
is 4
cell number.
Yes. 4,
4
5.
5
You get that?
4 5.
4, 6, 5.
Oh, 4 6 5
Five.
4, 3,
4 3
8, 2.
8 2.
Yes, sir.
So it's 4 6 5 4 3 8 2.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna call you as soon as I am off air, but you don't have anybody to call Miles LaRoda. So what I will do, I will
use the
send
phone.
your number to Miles LaRoda and ask him to give you a call. How that sound?
Yes, sir.
Now your cell phone works?
Yes, sir.
I don't want the minister to tell me I call him, but he didn't answer
Answer.
the phone.
No, man. My cell phone works just as good, better than gold.
This is great. This is great. Where's my cell phone? My spiritual advisor. That isn't my phone.
No,
there?
no, this is the studio phone.
Okay.
There it is.
We are going to send him, and please forgive me. I don't want you to tell me your name publicly. I'm going to refer to you as a blind citizen.
Yes, sir.
I'm not being disrespectful, eh?
No, sir.
Okay. So we will send Minister Miles LaRoda your number. My spiritual advisor, would you kindly text this to Mr. Miles LaRoda, tell him it's a blind citizen who has that problem. How does it sound?
Okay.
Yeah, right here. Okay, we're going to
Well,
send
Mr.
your
Monk,
number.
And she's only 26 years old.
Okay, no
Yes,
problem.
sir.
We're going to ask him to give you a call because you're blind and you have a close relative who has cancer and needs some help. How does it sound?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
And then you can call me back tomorrow to tell me if you were blessed in terms of the minister responding to your
Yes, sir.
to me sending him the number. How does it sound?
That sounds excellent, sir.
Well, I thank you, and
Yeah, thank you too, Mr. Monka. I'm spiritual advisor.
Yes,
I
sir. We're
appreciate
trying
all
our
the
best
love.
to see
yes,
what we can
you
do
take
to
good
assist you
care.
now.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Wow. What a sad situation that you're blind and you're called upon to assist
Yes,
a person.
yeah.
So you ask him to
Yes.
please call this
him.
gentleman
He needs assistance. Blind man needs assistance urgently.
and point out to him for a relative who has cancer.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah. So we need more social assistance for the poor And he tells us about a female who's 26 years old. She has cancer. And notwithstanding all this talk about women's right, there are no women organization that deals with real social and medical issues affecting women. And therein lies a major, major problem. Anybody?
We have any more calls? No. Okay, so we don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So?
323-7775 is the number to call. 698-0775-698-0776. What is the latest development on the aquatic center and that 50-meter pool? I understand that there's still some complaints coming from parents on that pool not being ready and their students not be able to practice for the upcoming swim crifter, which is going to be held March the 28th. Do we have any information?
Well, for some reason, I thought I came across an article which suggested that there was some school, which is called some kind of college, that has a huge pool.
Out west?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that...
At Cambridge College?
That I don't recall the name, and that students or athletes will be invited to use that pool.
Okay.
So we'll have to see how that develops.
They just built a school on the Western Road.
Yeah.
I'm not sure of the name.
The school that I attended, C.C. Sweeting, from the day I entered that school in 1971, it had a pool, and the pool was always empty. And anytime the pool had water, it was because it was raining. And to the best of my knowledge, the pool is still there under a new school name, and no one would fix it.
Okay. Welcome to Freedom March. Call you live.
Yes, a very pleasant, blessed good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Spiritual advisor.
Yes, sir. How are you?
And to Mr. Manka, I'd like to send out a shout on the middle part of the week. As loved one, the poor getting ready to deposit a loved one back to Mother's Earth, that earth has no sorrow that heaven cannot cure. And to every family in the hour of bereavement, that earth has no sorrow that heaven cannot cure. And let us continue to pray for them, that God will strengthen them and give them the courage. And I'd like to send out a shout to those incarcerated. And let us continue to pray for the male seeds of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, for when Zion travails,
Ezekiel,
others will be born into the kingdom. And I'd like to send out a shout to everybody that knows Ezekiel.
Ezekiel.
I'd like to send out a shout to you and Mr. Manka. Y'all be encouraged.
Ezekiel, Ezekiel,
The
Ezekiel.
rest of the evening.
This is powerful. We
All
thank
right,
you and give our best regard to Ezekiel, better known as Leviticus. It's powerful.
What's his name?
You see, the man is talking to me spiritually.
Okay. 323-7775 is the number to call. 698-0775, 698-0776. I didn't get a chance to look at the headlines. We have a call. Welcome to Freedom March. Call you live.
Hey, Brother Rule.
Yes, sir.
It is Queen's College who offered their pool to the swimmers.
Queen's College?
Yes.
So what's the size of Queen's College pool? 25 meters?
No, I cannot tell you, but I think
that's a small pool.
Listen to what he says.
Sorry? Anything, sorry?
Queen's College is the one who offered their facilities to the swimmers.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Well, that's very good on the part of Queen's College. It's powerful.
Thank you so much. Thank you, caller.
Good.
Welcome to Freedom March.
Yes, good afternoon, my brother in Christ.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm good.
Great.
Mr. Monica, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, my dear.
Good. I called yesterday just before closing time
Yes, ma'am.
to complain about the garbage east of the Marathon Mall. It hasn't been dumped in 2 full weeks. I tried to call, but I'm getting no answer from those people.
Okay. And
East of the Marathon Mall?
East of the Marathon Mall.
Okay.
who's the member of parliament for that area?
Lisa Ramming,
Lisa Ramming. I'm going to send her
please,
an emergency
please.
WhatsApp, okay?
Thank you very much.
My spiritual advisor may dictate this to you.
I'll appreciate that.
I shall do that.
Yeah.
You said it's east of the mall?
Yes.
Okay, get ready.
All you have to do is press the voice.
My
and
spiritual advisor, you don't want to
Sandra,
text?
this phone is
Well,
very high tech. Press the voice and talk, and it'll type it and send it.
Okay, let's try it.
Yeah. 323-7775 is the number to call. 698-0775, 698-0776. We got, you know what, Sandra?
Yeah.
We only got 2 more minutes left. We must
Really?
just
Okay.
wrap this up.
Talisa
Oh, sorry.
Ramming.
Sorry. Do we have a call? Welcome to Freedom March, caller.
Yeah, that's the show, please.
Yes, you're live. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, right.
Caller, you
Hello?
there?
Yeah, I want to also reconfirm that the swimming, the swimming will be at Queen College.
Well,
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
That Queen College has a 25 feet swimming pool.
Okay.
25 feet or 25 meter?
25 meters. 25 meters, yeah.
All right, thank you so much, caller.
The Betty Caddy will be ready for the hosting of the swimming. Don't worry about that.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you
Well,
very
thank
much.
you.
Don't take no more call.
That's it.
Talisa Ramming, the Member of Parliament for Marathon. There is garbage east of the mall at Marathon. Your constituents are complaining. Will you kindly send somebody to cycle the area to determine if there are garbages, and if there are, will you kindly call the Department of Environmental Health? Please have it moved, and it would be powerful. So I've sent it, and I think it's great. What time is it?
We're at the end of the show.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, folks,
Until
if it's
tomorrow.
God's will, we shall return. This is Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. My spiritual advisor is Bradley Roll. There's been breaking news all day in the Supreme Court. I thank God that Adrian Gibson is now coming to court on time. For a second, I panicked, but he's on time. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save King Charles III.